Good morning, everyone. It's Tuesday, April 29th, almost May 2025. This is Training Wheels offered through Cindy Krupp's An Open Door. And just want to say once again how grateful I am that Cindy stepped up to the plate and created a space for all of us to meet and to be together and sustain each other through these teachings. Training Wheels is a book that I wrote quite a while ago, 2019, in an attempt to really take the lessons of A Course in Miracles and translate them into a language that was more day-to-day, more accessible to the newcomer. And as I read today's lesson in Training Wheels, I was moved to go to the lesson in the textbook, in the blue book, and found that the lesson in the blue book is actually very, very good. Not actually, but of course, it's excellent, and it really offers some deep pointers that that I was happy to just read anew. So what I'm going to do today is go through all the lessons up to 30. We're on lesson 30. And you can keep your camera on or off, do whatever you want. And then I'm going to read part of the lesson, and then I'm going to go into a little bit of dialogue, and then we can just open it up. So no long meditation today or anything like that. So get comfortable in your seat and know that you're appreciated, know that you're loved, and like yourself. Be happy with yourself. Open your heart. And you don't have to do anything to do that. All you have to do is think it and then allow whatever happens to happen. Set the intention in an instant and then be open. Nothing I see means anything. I have given everything I see all the meaning it has for me. I do not understand anything I see. These thoughts do not mean anything. I am never upset for the reasons I think. I'm upset because I see something that is not there. I see only the past. My mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. I see nothing as it is now. My thoughts do not mean anything. My meaningless thoughts are showing me a meaningless world. I'm upset because I see a meaningless world. A meaningless world engenders fear. God did not create a meaningless world. My thoughts are images I have made. I have no neutral thoughts. I see no neutral things. I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my seeing. I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my thoughts. I am determined to see. I am determined to see things differently. What I see is a form of vengeance. I can escape the world, I see by giving up attack thoughts. I do not perceive my own best interests. I do not know what anything is for. My attack thoughts are attacking my invulnerability. Above all else, I want to see. Above all else, I want to see things differently. God is in everything I see. God is in everything I see because God is in my mind. For quite a while now, you've been hearing over and over that this world is a projection of your own mind. You've also been learning that it's possible to see, and that true seeing is what you really want. Seeing truly means seeing through the quote unquote eyes of God, because God is in your mind and you are unlimited in your ability to see because God is in your mind. Think of it this way. If we are in God's mind, if we are God's mind itself, then God is in our mind, and we must share everything. Indeed, our creative power comes through God's mind. This is how we created this world, and it's why we cannot be separate from our own creation. True vision sees that we are not in the world, but the world is in us, or more correctly, in our mind. Our experience is always the effect of where we choose to focus the attention of our consciousness. And we have chosen to be preoccupied with separation. We spend all our efforts in support of it. This simple choice has had enormous consequences. But it can be undone. Indeed, it will be undone because it isn't real. Wholeness is reality in each and every moment. A Course in Miracles tells us that this lesson is a springboard for vision. A springboard for vision. It's a taking off place, a jumping off point. It doesn't solve the problem, but it opens the door for us to walk through. It says, when we look at the world and we see that God is in it all, down to the last atom and the space between the atoms, we will see things or experience things opening up. We don't have to know anything about how that opening up might look in the moment, but we can have faith that the practice will change our perceptions, both outer and inner. This is a new kind of projection. It's still illusion, but it's more in line with truth. This lesson tells us we are trying to join with what we see rather than keeping it apart from us. We are trying to join with what we see rather than keeping it apart from us. This is a fundamental shift. This lesson tells us real vision, Christ vision, God's vision, is not only unlimited by space and distance, but it does not depend on the body's eyes at all. The mind is its only source. In our meeting on Thursday, the video with the YouTube with Deepak Chopra, he says, this is a lucid dream in the vivid now. This is a lucid dream in the vivid now. He calls it the lustrous vast. He says, Earth is a lucidity gem, a lucidity gem. We build our lucidity muscles here. And he says, as God's being, we've never left home, but we are self-identifying as our own projection. We have projected a quote unquote jail. We've moved in, and now we think we cannot get out. The truth is, in true seeing, we understand that there's no material form. There are no borders. We understand that consciousness is infinite and irreducible. It's incomprehensible. It's inconceivable. And yet, without consciousness, there's no comprehension, there's no conceiving, and there's no perceiving. Anything that is perceivable is not real. It's almost crazy making. But all the comprehensible comes out of the incomprehensible. The only way to truly see is to focus on the divine in everything. To understand that perception is possible only because the infinite, unimaginable is present in it. You can't escape from it. Perception is only possible because of consciousness, and consciousness itself is incomprehensible. And yet we can't escape from it. So today, as often as you remember, just stop and be present with the moment. Look around and see the sacredness in everything that is within your purview. We have to come back to seeing the sacredness in everything. So stop, repeat the lesson in your mind. God is in everything I see because God is in my mind. Say this to yourself and look around at every single thing. Just spend 5 minutes doing this as often as you can. And if you only have 1 minute, take 1 minute. And if you only have 30 seconds, take 30 seconds. And then realize that this lesson applies to everything in everyone else's purview as well. So begin to extend this idea to things you cannot see in your purview, or to people that you don't even know. So extending your understanding to know that there are innumerable sentient beings experiencing in innumerable ways, all through infinite consciousness. This is what you are, and it's why you are. One with everything and everyone. This is the atonement. This is Christ's vision. This is the second coming, and it's the salvation. This is what it is. God is in everything I see because God is in my mind. When you're ready, come on back and let's talk about this lesson.